GameMasters here with today being Monday, February 14th. Welcome to today's Gamer News. You guys know the drill. I can't cover everything in the gaming world, but what I cover today is stuff that we found to be particularly interesting in the gaming community. Leading off our list of cool gamer news are some details revealed about Nintendo's Direct, held a few days ago. The game No Man's Sky will be coming to the Switch later this year, estimated to hit in late summer. No Man's Sky is a survival game that boasts to be infinite, with planets still having yet to be discovered, even after it has been out since 2016. Currently, it is playable on the PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. We also learned that there will be a Wii-ish Sports 3 for the Switch, and will feature bowling, tennis, and a stick fighting game called Chambara, as well as soccer and more. There was no mention of a Mario Kart 9, but instead there were talks of a remastered courses and DLC drops for Mario Kart 8. Portal and Portal 2 will be hitting the Switch later this year. Kirby the Pink Puff will see a new game, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, and he will have a new ability called Mouthful Mode, in which Kirby can eat large objects and kind of become them. For example, he can eat a car and drive around, or eat a vending machine and spit the juice cans out at enemies. Kirby and the Forgotten Land launches on March 25th. While there was a good deal more of Nintendo news given on that Direct, those were the ones that stood out above the rest. While on the topic of handheld console news, Valve's handheld Steam Deck console is very close to launch. There will be several models to choose from, ranging in price from $399 for a 64 gig deck, $529 for a 256 gig deck, and $649 for a 512 gig deck. Those that have gotten their hands on one of the systems for early review have stated that while playing some games, they will experience the battery drain go from fully charged to empty over the course of about an hour and a half. Of course, the battery life depends on several factors, from screen brightness to FPS settings. Right now, it looks like the Steam Deck will launch on February 25th. Now, if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps it to get out there in front of others to see, and you know, the YouTube algorithm and all helps with that. And I genuinely thank you for that. World of Warcraft Patch 9.2 Eternity's End goes live on February 22nd. This boasts to be the final patch for the Shadowlands expansion, and takes players to a new realm called Zereth Mortis, where they will face off with the Jailer. Flying will also be available as soon as the patch drops. However, there will be a good 2 to 3 week non-stop grind that will be required to unlock it for your character. Book of Boba Fett saw its finale this past week. And don't worry, I won't give away any spoilers. And one thing that we noticed was a really old handheld game system, Coleco's Boleytronic. This was a game that up to 4 people could play, and it tried its best to simulate a game of, well, as the name suggests, bowling. And it came out back in 1981. This little, well, actually not really all that little device made its appearance in the hands of Boba Fett and Major Dormo, a negotiator of sorts. Speaking of Book of Boba Fett, you can now be Chrysanthemum, the Wookiee from Book of Boba Fett, in Fortnite. It looks like we might get a Grand Theft Auto 6 reveal trailer later this year. No details have been confirmed, but the rumor is it will take us into modern-day Vice City. Now, before we get to D&D news, I'd like to ask you all something. In past gamer news, I've done 2 bits, weather and sports. And just to do something to make it a little more your daily newscast feel, and add a little humor to it. Is that something you guys would like to see continue? I didn't do them for today's video, but I wanted to get your opinion. Those bits don't exactly have an impact on the news, but again, it is more aimed at a little bit of comedy. Anyways, let me know in the comments below your opinion on those. I'd love to know your thoughts. Now, over to Dungeons & Dragons news. Critical Role's Call of the Netherdeep is due out on March 15th, and while the GameMasters Lair has yet to receive a review copy, we have learned of one of the monsters that will be featured in that book, the Slithering Bloodfin. However, no stat block details have been yet provided. Wizards of the Coast has revealed a similar mechanic that was initially found in Strixhaven, a curriculum of chaos, in which NPC stat blocks could change as they made their way through their semesters of college. Call of the Netherdeep will have a similar feature in what is referred to as a rival party. This rival party is bent on usurping the players as they make their way through the adventure, and as the NPCs in Strixhaven gained new abilities and boosted stats as they moved through their years in college, the NPCs in the rival party will see a similar advance, so as to keep the players on their toes with a good additional challenge. Speaking of new changes that Wizards of the Coast has recently started to push, we are seeing a shift of how characters in general are having their stat bonuses given. It seems that gone are the days of racial stat bonuses, and something that was introduced back with Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, we are now seeing a new formula in which you can boost one stat by 2 and another by 1, or 3 stats by 1. This is something that was carried over into Strixhaven's Owlin playable race, and is also something very much found in Mordenkainen Presents Monsters of the Multiverse, and you can check out our playlist for that here. We recently got the book, so keep checking out Monsters of the Multiverse playlist, as I will be adding more videos to it as I make my way through the book. And that's all we have for Gamer News today, so until next our paths cross, may you not fall into Kirby's mouthful mode.